Some of the things that I've really learned just in regards to starting is most people struggle because they don't have an idea of what their program is going to be and how they're actually going to help people. That's the challenge that they face. And anytime you're in a situation where you're not even clear on how you're going to help your ideal client, then how are they even going to feel confident enough to want to even work with you? I remember years of me trying to figure this out, and people just they felt like I had good advice, and I used to give a lot of good advice on business, but it was hard for me to really break through and generate six figures because I didn't understand the framework and the methodology and the principles, the curriculum that they needed in order to be successful. So that stopped me for a long time from helping people and being where I needed to be. So we're going to start off with, I'm a basically coach. This is a real coaching session. Y'all getting a chance to experience how I would normally coach any of my paying clients. I want y'all to kind of get a feel for what that's going to look like. And so let's talk about pains and fears, right, for a second. So for folks to really want to resonate with you and to say, you know, Darrel's the guy that I need in order to help me build a successful life, business, any kind of goal, mental goal that I'm going through. Darrel is the guy that I need. For them to feel compelled enough for them to want to work with you or at least follow you online, you need to really demonstrate that you understand that. So I guess talk to me about, for the folks who haven't been really breaking through their goals, give me some clarity on what you feel like some of those fears are that's stopping them from achieving their goals.
Okay, one thing is a lot of people just think that they can set a goal and that's it. I got this big goal. I got, like, a lot of people, what they do is they use like a vision board. So let's just say they got a car, Mercedes-Benz. They got pictures Mercedes-Benz and that's it. And they wonder why they're not achieving their goal. And so with me, I'm telling them, okay, now that you got that vision, that image, that's all fine. But how are you going to get that Mercedes? Like, what steps are you taking? Mm-hmm. And so I'm trying to lay it all out that if you really want that Mercedes, you really want the money you want, the relationships you want, that next career move, then we got to put some action steps and board. You got to start talking to the right people. A lot of us just tell our family and friends, like, yeah, I want a promotion. One day I want me a Mercedes. And they ain't going to help you. They're not. And so you got to be talking to the right people. So with me, I'm saying I'm going to help you actually see what your goal is, do some brainstorming, research what your goals are, come up with some actionable steps to take, come up with a list of things that you might think that might get in your way, some limiting beliefs that you might have, or why you can't achieve your goals or haven't up to this point. So it's just a whole list. And, you know, I was talking with you and then in the group, and we was coming up with more and more things that I can do as a coach to make me the expert in my field and make sure that if I say I'm gonna help somebody set a goal, that I have these things in place.
So you know what? And I'm glad you mentioned. I'm glad you mentioned that, Darrel, because boom. So what you just went through was like, that's not even a full curriculum, right? Because we went through the entire curriculum of exactly what you're going to be training and coaching people on in your program. What also makes a difference is the reason why that's important is because, you know, those topics, right? And we come up with 12 topics, 12 coaching categories. For those coaching categories that we have, those are the topics that you're going to be talking on social media about, right? Though you're going to be doing lives, right? Just like this.
Correct.
You're going to be doing, you know, you're going to be putting out reels, you know, you're going to be putting out all of this different type of content. What's also important is that I see a lot of coaches online that they train, maybe they know a couple topics that they want to help people with. They train, but they never really tap into the deep emotional desire and or fear and or challenges that people are really going through. So that's for you particularly. That's one of the things that as you start putting out more content on these topics, I really want you to start with talking about the fear. Because what's interesting is that the more that you talk about that actually, the people are drawn to problems. Like, just to be real, keep it at 100. Like, people are drawn to problems. So I like to start off a lot of my trainings with the problems that people are facing. right? Because when you say, if you start off a training and you say, you know, maybe the title of your training is how to overcome your fears to achieve your goals. People are going to tune into that because they're like, oh, hold on. I have fears right now that's stopping me from my goals. You feel what I'm saying? So when you do trainings like that and you start your conversation off like that, that is what's going to make people say, you know, this is something that I want to move forward. This is something that I really want to learn or stay tuned into. So I guess talk to us about, and if you need brainstorming through this, that's what this is for, right? But talk to me about what are some of the fears that people have, that you think people have when it comes to achieving their goals.
One fear is people set goals, and even when we're talking about it, a lot of times it's these goals, this big goals. Now they got this big goal with no steps, no process, and they like, I don't even know how to get started. So they just scared to even get started because they think they're gonna fail before they even start. Before they even take one step, a lot of people say, I set the goal, but that was it. I don't know what to do because I'm scared. And be honest with you, totally transparent. When I spoke with you, I was scared from the minute that I took the call. And I was like, man, I got this program that I want to get going. I want to coach thousands of people, hopefully, you know, through the course, millions of people. And I was scared of that call because of what you might have me doing and how you're going to set me up and tell me I can't fail. And then you're going to make me do something that I know I need to do, but I'm just scared to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just walking through my steps the other day, just walking through my steps, I was like, whoo, okay, where are we on 5? I got to get to 12. I mean, it's something, man.
Right. Right. You know,
so
and
fear of failing is huge.
That's huge, man. I mean, we all go through it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so even for me, like, so starting this industry, right? So just like you said, you sweat. Listen, I've been on times with, you know, many you know, coaches that I've been sweating, heart pounding. Oh my God, like, what's next? Can I really do this? Because a lot of the things that we have, especially when we're starting any new journey, and it's going to be for your clients too, just like it was for you, just like it was for me, right? It's just like a lot of these things go through our mind because can I do it? You know, am I going to be successful? Can I become successful? Am I going to fail? Can I sustain success? It's all of these things, right? And then when you're looking at hiring coaches, is you know, how much is it going to cost? Can I really do this? So all of these things are going through all of these things go through our mind, which actually slows us down from achieving our goal. You know what I'm saying?
And one scary thing is trying to invest in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, they scared to invest in themselves. So they got these goals, and then like I want to tell them, hey, I'm here for you. I can help you achieve it. But then they go, well, how much that gonna cost? Well, how much is it worth to you to achieve those goals and to have those things in your life?
I love it, man. How much is it worth how much is it worth to you? You know, it's so funny, like a lot of successful people, that's how they think, right? Poor people say, how much does it cost? Rich people say, what is it worth?
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference in mentality. Everybody put what is it worth in the chat. Because when you start asking a worth question, you're not just looking at the money aspect. You're looking at, okay, you're looking at ROI. You're looking at, okay, I'm gonna put this in to get a 5x return, a 10x return. You know what I'm saying? And you're more willing to take that step. So I love it. So the reason why we're going through this, Darrel, is because these are the type of things that you want to start putting online. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to start putting out posts, reels, stories, and start talking about this, because what you're saying right now is fire, right? But the world needs to hear this, right? So because we're doing it now because we're kind of in the coaching session. But my challenge to you is going to be, if I went to your page next week, are you going to be talking about this? If I went to your page in 3 weeks, in 4 months, are you still going to be talking about these topics? Are you going to be talking about the pains? Are you be talking about you? I need to see a video that says how to overcome the fear of failure. Woo! I need to see that. You feel what I'm saying? You know, or you could do a Zoom training on it. You feel what I'm saying? Or do a Zoom training, right? How to overcome the fear of failure, or, you know, how to push through, like any one of those topics that we went through. That's going to be key for you to be able to, you know, to do more trainings on that, right? That's why when you see me, every time I turn around, I'm doing a training, I'm doing a live event. I got a live event that's coming up in Atlanta that, you know, I'm going to be just training in person. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And as of right now, at the time of of this of we're doing this right now is free, right? But at some point, I'm gonna be doing these meetups and I'm gonna be charging for the meetups. But right now, I'm just feeding the people. But everything that you see me teach and train on is a derivative of the program. You feel what I'm saying? Like every topic, right? Even when you look at this live and we're talking about, you know, turning followers into paying clients, right? And building up your program. Well, guess what? Obviously, I show you how to create your program, and obviously, I can show you how to turn your followers into paying clients. So when you see me training and teaching, just realize that that's a derivative. You're just getting a very small snippet of what you're actually going to learn in my program, and that's all I teach and train on. You're not going to see Terrell doing a full blown training on how to be a surfer. You feel what I'm saying? Right?
Yeah.
You're just not going to see it because that's not what I do. That's not what I train on. So what we're going through right now is when you go back through your playbook, you want to make sure that when we talk about the challenges that you're filling that out, and then when you talk about the phase, you're filling that out. I want to transition for a minute too, because we're going to start getting closer and closer more into like the followers as well. But I do want to talk about your brand for a minute, right? So there's a part inside of the playbook where we really talk about talking about your brand. Your brand is really what you want to be known for, and there's a few different categories. We're not going to go through on all the categories, but I want to highlight a few of them. So when you go back through the playbook, you know what you want to be known for. So I want to talk about beliefs for a minute. So one of the things that people are going to connect with you on is your beliefs, right? So you have training in terms of helping you do goal setting, but people are also going to rock with you based on your beliefs. So talk to me about what would you say are like the top 2 to 3 things that you really believe is true about life? Talk to me about those things real quick.
One thing I know I believe in life, you gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself. It's just gonna make it tough for other people to love you, be around you, if you don't love yourself and believe in yourself, your self-worth. Okay. Another belief I have is there's a leader in everybody. I mean, some people, well, that you just a natural born leader. You got the gift of gab. Well, you are this type of person, so your personality have you lead because you ain't afraid to be out in front. But I tell them there's a leader in everybody, and it's just a matter of when and what life circumstances that will pull that leadership out of you. Is it when an emergency happens? Is it when one of your kids needs you? Is it when one of your friends needs you? Or if you're just thrown in the fire? Something just happened, now they go, we need somebody to step up. And then at that time, you step up, don't realize that you're leading, but it's in you.
Man, that's powerful, right? So let's just even look at those 2 things, right? So really, you know, just the leadership in you and loving yourself, right? So those are the beliefs that you want to pepper in to your content, right? In addition to, let's go back to overcoming your fears to overcoming your fear of failure, right? So if you're doing a training, let's say you're doing a training and you're talking about overcoming your fear of failure, talk about loving yourself also. Like throw something about loving yourself in there also. Throw some self about, hey, listen, if you want to be successful in life, one of the things and you want to be successful, you want to overcome failure, one of the things I believe in life is you got to love yourself first. You know what I'm saying? Because if you love yourself, you're going to love yourself enough to do the things that you need to do. And you're not going to be afraid of what other people are saying because you're confident within your own self. And look, let me tell you about something else I believe too. I also believe in leadership. And I believe that if you feel like putting yourself out there in the world, or you feel like you're not really living your passion or your purpose because you're afraid of, well, if I take this step, what if I don't make it? Well, what if I fail? Well, realize that all leaders have to grow through failure in order to get to the success. So the reason I just said that, Darrel, is because what you're going to start noticing is that the more of these elements that you add as part of your content, the more that's going to separate you. Because obviously, you're not the only goal setting coach in the world, right? There's other goals,
right?
It's a lot of people who teach goal setting, but I'm gonna tell you this: that what's going to make the difference between if it's you and it's 100 other people that teach goal setting, what's going to make you different is going to be the individual connection points. Everybody put connection points in the chat. It's going to be the individual connection points that's going to lean somebody to you versus somebody else. So one of them are going to be your beliefs. Some of them, I'm going to keep it 100. I had some people that not just want to work with me, but one of the things that tipped the scale is because I'm black. I'm keeping it 100. They like, yo, listen, it doesn't hurt that you're a brother. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? I want to work with you. I'm just telling you what people are telling me. You know what I mean? I have people who, one of my beliefs is just being your true, authentic self. You feel what I'm saying? So when you're truly your authentic self and you putting your real self into the world, you attract people who really like you and genuinely want to rock with you for being you. So